But did you know that you do not need millions of subs or to spend thousands of dollars on each video to be successful on YouTube anymore? And I know that sounds crazy because over the past few years, we've been being told that you need a large team or really expensive equipment to compete with larger creators. But today I'm going to share with you 3 secrets that are going to completely revolutionize the way you think about growing on YouTube, no matter the size of your channel. And please, I ask that you actively apply the things that I give you in this video so that you can see results like these creators who follow the tips I gave on my other videos. So if you cannot splash thousands of dollars on each video, then where should your focus be? Here's what you need to know. The idea behind your video is more important than the video itself. Now, I'm not saying that the production value of your video does not matter at all, but let me show you how to master idea creation so that you can get views and subs no matter the production budget that you have. So on one of the first channels that I started on YouTube, like many of you guys, I wanted to get as many people watching as possible because at the time I saw a lot of people uploading what seemed like random content and still getting hundreds of thousands of views, and I felt like I could do better. I started to upload my first few videos, but at the time I was only really focusing on making videos how I wanted to make videos. And after I uploaded those first few videos, YouTube really didn't push any of them, and they all stayed around under 20 views no matter what I tried. And if I'm being honest, at that time I started to think that maybe the algorithm just didn't like small channels and I wasn't going to be able to gain traction no matter what I did. And at the time I really started to realize that if I did not figure something out, then I was going to have to wait until I got a fancy camera or had more money to put towards my videos. And then all of a sudden I started to see a whole bunch of small creators popping up on my homepage getting tens of thousands of views, and honestly their videos didn't even look that good. And it's really nothing against them because honestly it's a compliment, because what it made me realize is that they might not have had the best video production, but what they did have is a good idea, which basically forced YouTube to give them views. And as I dug deeper into this, I started to see other creators in the space talking about how YouTube is going away from pushing people with the most followers, and instead they're going to start pushing what people are interested in. So say you're about to start working out, and in order to start you want to go ahead and look up some videos to find out some exercises that you can do while you start working out. So now YouTube is going to start serving up some more of that content to you as they realize that you're interested in that topic. And if you don't believe me about how big an opportunity this is, then here's Think Media, one of the biggest YouTube education channels, talking about why this is such a big opportunity.
The reason that's an opportunity is we are living in a world where a good piece of content can go from 0 to 1 million views because you strike a chord into what people are interested in.
So after I realized how big of an opportunity this was, I started to break down what those other small channels were doing in order to see success. So secret number 1 is the scroll stopping strategy. So before you even start filming, I want you to write down your title and your overall idea for the video that you want to create. Now I want you to ask yourself one important question. If you were scrolling through YouTube and you saw your video, would it catch your attention? The idea that you have has to either resonate with the current trend or solve a problem for your audience. And on top of that, I want you to look at other people in your niche and look at how many views that their videos are currently getting to see if people are even searching for that. Look, I know you hear all this stuff about how the title and thumbnail is the gateway to your content, but the title and thumbnail mean nothing if the idea is not good. And something that helps out with really being able to test out if you yourself would click on that video is going to a website called Thumblytics. On here you can test your title, thumbnail, and idea and see how it would stack up against other people in your niche. And I really just don't want you guys to make the mistake of forgetting about your idea, because I know a lot of you guys have outstanding content, but you just need the idea to be good enough to get the views. So secret number 2 is to use your best ideas now. I really do not care how small of a channel you are or how many subs you have, you need to use your best ideas as soon as you get them, because I know I myself have fallen victim to telling myself that I'm going to push off an idea for later on down the line because I didn't feel at the time that I had the best skills or the equipment to execute on it. And I know that there's a lot of you guys right now telling yourself the same thing, but what I've realized is that when you use your best ideas now, it actually creates more ideas for the future. So there's 2 things that I want you to do. First, when you have an idea, make sure you write it down so you remember it. And then second, I want you to use it as soon as you can. And here's the thing, even if you're sad that you have to use the idea right now, you can actually use it again in the future. You just have to reframe it in order to give it to the audience in a different way that's executed on better. So secret number 3 is to focus as much as you can on the first 15 seconds of your video. So as we all know, the first 15 seconds is the hook. And if you focus on that first 15 seconds, you can actually get the audience to commit to the rest of the video, even if your video does not look the best. Because think about it like this, if it's just you working on the video, it's going to be hard to make the entire video entertaining, especially if you only have a limited amount of time. So if you focus on that first 15 seconds, you can get the most value for the time that you're putting in. But I don't just want you to focus on what you're saying in that first 15 seconds. I also want you to hook them in with the visuals that you're showing them in the first 15 seconds. That's because of YouTube's autoplay feature. When somebody's scrolling through the YouTube homepage, it's going to autoplay around the first 5 seconds of the video. So if you can visually hook them in, they'll click the video, it'll increase your CTR, and they'll watch more of the video overall. And overall, it's really just gonna make it easier to edit your video, and the whole video is gonna flow more smoothly if that first 15 seconds is good. And after I realized these things, I started to apply them to that channel and to new channels that that I created, like the one you're watching right now. And when I first started this channel, I was actually a little hesitant because I wasn't sure if people would still watch because I was filming with my phone and I was only being lit by my TV. But despite that, I knew I had good ideas to share and value to give to other people. And with just my iPhone, I managed to get over 1,000 subs in just over 5 months. And some of those first few videos that I filmed with just my phone gained over 29,000 and 10,000 views. So if you start implementing the things that I gave you in this video, you can start creating and not be afraid of what you have and instead make the most of it. So now that you know how to do that, you should also learn how to get in the YouTube algorithm in 2023. So if you want to know how to do that, then go ahead and click on this video right here.